while I'm running around this world and just collecting these Keeper's Insights. This is the one that I was in before, so I don't think I'm gonna need any extra knowledge. I had one other stuff to ramble about. As an update to my truck, a couple days ago, my dad ended up taking my transmission out to the lake. We ended up loading it up into the back of my car, and he drove that out to the lake and brought it to his friend's dad that might be able to rebuild it. And he called me earlier today asking what the cubic inches of my engine were. And off the top of my head, I said, I think it's 216 cubic inches, but I'm not sure. I could double check my manuals at home if I need to. Like, he called me while I was at work. And his friend's dad there said, yep, that sounds about right. That sounds okay there. That would check out. And that was all that was asked. So, I haven't really gotten any updates since then. But it's maybe now in the right hands of the person that might be able to get it working well now over the winter. Hopefully, which would be really, really nice, and I'd be extremely, extremely grateful to him if he'd be able to do that for me, because he apparently has experience in rebuilding transmissions. So progress on the truck is at the same point, but hopefully the transmission is in the right hands now to get it working properly for next spring. So, we shall see. We shall see what kind of magic he can put together. 455k, 179, 339, 165, and 228. Those are all like some pretty high numbers. All those are views. What the actual crap? I guess yours became the go-to channel to get the OST of that fan game. Is very much what it sounds like. Yeah, pretty sure I was in this one before, so I shouldn't need any extra knowledge. Shouldn't be the case. But yeah, so my running around and getting knowledge up to the first level is something that I did still have to do. So it wasn't a waste to do that, because that was still required anyway. Though realistically, this one that takes no knowledge to get into, I will get a little bit of knowledge for clearing, so I probably didn't have to do all of what I needed to do around in the world for knowledge before, but just 7 years ago, geez. A lot of time for it to be adding up. Yeah, so extremely similar look, but very slightly different. Can I? No, I can't interact with that over here. But yeah. Well, what fan game is it from? Is it one that I would have heard of by chance? Just mark these guys, so I know who's where. And then I'll kill this guy right as he's noticing me, right up the arse. Yeah, that's a name that I've heard before. I think I've heard a little bit of the OST before. Oh, I see you DMing me or texting me the thingamabob now. Let's just see here. IOP Cycle 44160. Report from the NBCs of Atlantis. Cycle that. After presenting the solar dynamics of Observatory's predictions on plasma release at the summit of the Three Sister Realms, Hermes, Persephone's high scientist and engineer, stormed off. I figured that might happen. Really? You got alerted? I was in the bush, though. Whoa. I didn't realize that locking on was gonna make me, step out of the bushes. No one else is alerted? Okay. Is high, but all Persephone's retinue, surely Hermes would listen to reason. Our delegation was left appealing to Hades himself. The Mad King seemed almost pleased at the thought of annihilation. So we're left with one king lusting for carnage, a queen who accepts no truth but her own, and the Trident King, who locks himself away in his tower. It seems solar instability is the least of our worries. Oh, so this is like leading up to the initial solar flare that took out the Isu? And the Assassin's Creed lore? Is that what's going on here? And yoink! My staff have a look at that. So are these worlds fake, but they represent the past?
Hey, I see you.
You don't see shit. Time to die. Oh. That's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Has that many views probably listened to it before? I mean, probably on other channels I would have listened to it. Like, some of the remixers that would have come up with the, some of the themes in the first place. Unless I'm getting confused with other Pokemon fan games, which is always possible. But I have definitely heard the name of that before. Is definitely the case. Let's just quickly take you out. first and foremost. Stop. Stop. There. Take out that guy. And then we go up here where it's easier to kill these guys. I'm about to get another level up. You can't tell because my camera blocks it, which is why I'm saying it. Oh, this guy wasn't even aggro to me before, and that's gonna pull him in. And another statue over there. So, screw it. Okay. Sure. Do that. Okay. Whoa, come on. Okay. No sound effect? No sound effect that time? Whoa. Okay, well. Really? Dang it. Okay. Wow. Delayed much? Guess I'm just killing this guy the old-fashioned way. Okay. So then you come over here. Come here. Come here. Try it. Nice try. Wait, could there be a thing over here? Who's trying to attack me over there? Oh, great. Another one of these statues. Please don't kill me. Well, there goes my one bailout here. That's not great. In which case I'm doing this. Okay. Come on. Okay, come on. Take out this guy quickly, please. There we go. Much yikes. Much yikes. Alright, I want some health off of you. If at all possible here. Some health is very quite nice. Okay. Oh, right as I... Okay, well. Rather unfortunate there. Okay. Stop. Get out of here. There, I got to level 69. I don't have anything to say about that. Not a single thing. There's another adamant ingot. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, after I get this thing, I should go to the forge and see if I can make like a cool new weapon to be like my main weapon for the next to this playthrough. If they are gonna be really good. Now it's just the Keeper's Insight. Now you cannot level up again. It's the rule. I just simply cannot. Look at the beautiful trees. Wait, if this one is that color, wouldn't that mean that it's like getting ready to go dormant? Getting ready to lose all its leaves and stuff? And this one looks like it's probably spring, I don't know.
I wonder if you can hear mine.
Blessing of Kronos. And that looks like it's a upgrade for the poison thing? Did I just get to up to level 2 knowledge? Wait. Oh, I did. Yeah, I can get up there a lot faster by doing these. What? Channel has the whole name in parentheses too? Yeah, what now? Hold on, let's see here. So... yeah, there's an enhancement for the poison thing? Kronos lends you Isu powers. For 15 seconds, receive 50% more adrenaline when dealing damage. During that time, you're immune to Isu adrenaline drain and freeze effects. Oh. Interesting. So it's a good way to build up my adrenaline as well. Much like that thing, Rabob, there. So yeah, rather than venomous attacks. Interesting. Be cool if it put on, like, venom as well. So let's say I... assign that onto there, just so it's on, like, the same equivalent place as my other adrenaline fill-up thing, just so I know it's, like, an adrenaline fill-up thing. But this is, like, a good emergency thing as well, so I think I'm gonna put that onto there. I feel like my phone a friend. It definitely doesn't put in as much work here as in the overall when it's just, like, some generic dude. Alright, well. But yeah. Cutting off a bit on your end. Your name in parentheses, acoustic harmonia. Oh, what, on like the YouTube channel? Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Started doing that a little while back. Maybe there's some way I can revert it. Like, it has, like, my username and then nickname that I go by in quotations. Maybe it's because I set that as, like, my first name on my Google account. I don't know. Here, where's the forge? I thought the forge... Oh, it's here. Yeah, not that. Anything but that. Here. Maybe I can make a super OP weapon for the rest of the playthrough. Maybe. So, what kind of things can I make? Okay, so there's, I guess, 3 options here with the 3 different spots that each take 3 ingots. Craft a legendary weapon at the Forge of Atlantis. Well, I want to be my new main weapon. Oh yeah, and I can go to a blacksmith and put on like a new effect thing. Here, let's go ahead and quick save. I can get a preview of them, right? No, I don't get a preview? Well, it's a good thing I quick saved. Oh, maybe it'll give me a preview here. Well, the thing that I'm probably gonna need the most is the warrior weapon, right? I mean, the assassin weapon could help me too, but like, when I'm in the fray, probably be that, right? Screw it. No preview. Just get in there. I'm sure I could Google it, but whatever. Adaptation authorized. Warrior customization. The type of spear it looks like. So I could have done this at any one of the 3. Okay, Isu Forged Warrior Spear. New engraving unlocking for 50% 100 damage bonuses to all damage. For 50% assassin damage bonuses to all damage. Convert 50% warrior damage bonuses to all damage. Wait. So, is that saying that if I have, like, bonuses on, like, my other equipment towards that damage type, half of that is going to contribute to, like, all my damage in general? Is that what it's saying? Yeah, I am in Assassin's Creed. That is true. But, okay, so the thing that I just got is this. More warrior damage, more damage with spears. Convert 50% warrior damage bonuses to all damage. So that would just, like, increase my assassin damage and my stupid 100 damage. I couldn't remember the name of. My current things, I can't hover over that for it. Yeah, getting, like, more adrenaline. -1 adrenaline cost for overpower abilities. I could assign that onto the slot on the last thing. Don't I get a bunch of warrior damages, though? Yeah, with a demigod set, it's plus 30% damage with all abilities. Not necessarily more warrior damage. Well, I get a bunch of extra warrior damage just in general with the armor. 19%, 19%, 19% all around. So that might actually boost my damage in general by a lot. Is it more warrior damage, more adrenaline per crit? More adrenaline, less adrenaline cost for overpower abilities. Wait, I have it double assigned right now. Like a weirdo. I must have taken something off at one point. That's what I must have done. Okay. Whoa! Maybe? Probably hits a lot harder than my current thing. A decent smidge here. Would have been nice if it wasn't more damage specifically with spears. But yeah, I mean, if I start using this a decent bit here. I mean, I still like using the axe to be able to chain stuff. Can I chain my overpower attacks with this? Change it to look like something. Whoa! Oh, so it's a spear no matter what. But there's the different versions here. So I can make a blue one. I can make a yellow one. Hold on. Isu Forge Assassin Spear. So just give me like bonuses to assassin damage? How would that work? Because then there's like 9 different possibilities. Like 3 variants of each main weapon. Where there's only like 9 ingots around that I can get. So like what? Hold on. Do I want to load that quick save? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Forge of Atlantis. What's that page that I clicked before? Yeah, so there's Isu Forge, Assassin's Blade, Warrior's Blade, Hunter's Blade, Assassin's Spear, Warrior's Spear, Hunter's Spear, Assassin's Mace, Warrior's Mace, Hunter's Mace. So, the Isu Forged Assassin Blade, let's see, it gives you plus 25% assassin damage, plus 30% damage with daggers, reduce all cooldowns by 10% on assassin ability kill. Alright, Isu Forged Warrior's Blade. It's more warrior damage, more damage with daggers. Reduce all cooldowns by 10% on warrior ability kill. Okay. Isu Forged Hunter's Blade. More hunter damage, 25% hunter damage, plus 30% damage with daggers. Reduce all cooldowns by 10% on hunter ability kill. Yeah, I think warrior would be the one that would make the most sense for, like, being in combat. Like, how often am I shooting things with arrows to get the kill? And, like, with assassinating, like, I'm not always killing when, when I'm playing on the hardest difficulty here anyway. Plus, when I'm out of combat and assassinating, why would I need, like, an ability recharge? So then there's Spear. So yeah, plus 20, the Assassin one, which is the one that's blue by default there. That looks like that. Is plus 25% assassin damage, plus 30% damage with spears. Convert 50% assassin damage bonuses to all damage. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that, especially with my armor set, my warrior damage is the thing that's the highest, that I have, like, the most things put into. And, I mean, if I went with something like, the assassin damage ones. Wait. I wonder if that would stack with the, when it says convert 50% assassin damage, hunter damage, whatever the heck, to all damage, does that mean that, let's say I have the hunter damage bonus. I wonder if that would mean if it's adding 50% damage to, like, my warrior and my assassin stuff, or just anything. It says all damage, it doesn't even say, like, the ability specifically. So I'm just... So all the bonuses that I'd be getting here of, like, extra warrior damage, I'm getting an extra 50% in general. So I think warrior is the way to go. This might actually drastically increase my damage output. Might just be the case. So that's a spear. And then there's the mace. I think dagger was, like, the really quick move set that I really liked. So assassin mace is plus 25% assassin damage, plus 30% damage with heavy blunt weapons. Assassin damage applies to nearby enemies. What does that mean? What? Assassin damage applies to nearby enemies? What does that mean, though? And okie doke, appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of the night there, Guzma. Warrior's Mace, plus 25% warrior damage, plus 30% damage with heavy blunt weapons. Melee attack damage applies to nearby enemies. Is that like a damage over time? Like, what does that mean? And then Hunter's Mace, plus 25% hunter damage, plus 30% damage with heavy blunt weapons. Basic arrows damage applies to nearby enemies. Okay. Mean your assassin damage went from like 12k to 17k? Did it now? Hold on. Assassin damage. So if I remove this, I guess there's no just remove button. Yeah, I could gain like a 6.3k boost. I'm getting like 100 damage boost there just because like plus 17% hunter damage. I don't have all that much in the way of hunter bonuses otherwise. I get more assassin damage this way when I put on a weapon that is like specifically to buff that individual thing. But yeah, the bonus is to all damage. Compared to that axe that I was using before. Okay, well, yeah, it's not that big of a difference here. I think it's just I had no weapon. I don't know. But yeah, this thing is definitely buffing my assassin damage. In comparison. I'm thinking I might like dagger for like the very quick attacks move set kind of thing. Is what I might just like. Because I like being able to like dodge cancel out of things. I do definitely like. So is there a finite amount of these that I can forge? Use your forge weapon attributes. This is a Reddit post. Looked at the weapon attributes for the Forge in Atlantis. I'm looking at the best equipment in your current playstyle assassin and my new game plus mixed warrior / hunter. I think might be the most interesting. One thing to bear in mind, regardless of which class you choose for each of the 3 weapons, you'll unlock the engravings for all classes. So the really awesome engravings that come with those weapons can just be put on another weapon if you have builds for multiple classes, Warrior, Assassin, Hunter. Also, you're going to get one of each of these, Dagger, Mace, and Spear, and for each you'll have to choose which class, but you unlock the engravings for all classes. Okay, but each of these actual specific weapons, I do just get the one. So I'm thinking maybe I should actually go for Warrior Dagger. Is maybe what I do. So hold on. No, not autosave. Where's my quick save? Be that. My most recent quick save. Have I really been here for like the past 20 minutes? Because I'm intrigued. So 50% of my hunter damage or whatever the heck thingamabobs are applied to all damage. Whoops. This is too far back then. Because I know I quick saved just before thing. Autosave. Well, this was just 7 minutes ago. Hold on. Hold on a hot second. Nice if I could just really quickly access my last quick save, rather than being all confused here about everything. Alright, well, not this. So I know it was one of my quick saves, right? Quick save 5? There's different slots here. The closest one was 11:45. Story save point last episode. What the heck? So from maybe this 11:54 autosave? I don't know. I don't know. Where was before I forged the thing? Where the heck? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so this might just be like my main weapon that I use for the rest of the game. I do quite like the speed of daggers, so I might go with that. This looks like it'll be the mace. So this has got to be the dagger. But yeah. So, once again, looking at the daggers. Warrior's Blade. Reduce all cooldowns by 10% on warrior ability kill. So, the last thingamabob with all of them. Wait. More warrior damage, more damage with daggers. Reduce all cooldowns by 10% on... Wait, this doesn't have the one where it's like, add the damage of the other things. So maybe I do want what I got initially. Reduce all cooldowns by 10% on the different ability kills. For whatever reason, I had in my head that mace was the only different one at the bottom. Yeah, the mace was like, that damage type applies to nearby enemies, and it was the spear that converts 50% of that damage type bonuses to all damage. So what is that? How exactly does that work, I wonder? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Isu Forged, Assassin's Spear, damage conversion. I'll just look up here, I guess. Is what I shall do. Question about the Isu Forged Spear. Just got the Isu Forged Spear. I'm pretty confused on how the plus 50% warrior damage perk works. Can anyone explain how it works? So the short version of this effect is that if you make a build that's really focused on the damage type that's listed, like warrior damage, engraving this will make your other two damage types, in this case hunter and assassin, almost as good, but it doesn't add anything to your main damage type. Your warrior damage doesn't change. Okay, interesting. Like, I don't know how much I'd use the hunter damage. It's more about, I usually use hunter damage when I'm filling up adrenaline. Sometimes I'll use like the overpower shot. That could be helpful. Getting more assassin damage, like significantly so, making it almost as good as my warrior damage, might actually put in a lot of work for me by letting me assassinate more dudos that I would normally not be able to assassinate and stay incognito. Let's see here, the long version. Gear and skills and mastery points will have bonuses listed for assassin damage, warrior damage, hunter damage, and all damage sometimes. If you open your inventory screen, the 3 to 4 damage numbers across the bottom... Wait. Dang it! Whoops! I was trying to open my menu. Whoops. Hold on. So the spear might actually be the way to go. Because again, the mace was just like the damage over time. Or however it works. Maybe I can Google how that works. And the assassin blade is just like reduce cooldowns when you get a kill with that ability type. So, I mean, that could help when I'm facing like a whole bunch of enemies, but it's not going to help with like bosses. I mean, I guess the spear wouldn't exactly help with bosses either, but I do quite like the idea of being able to assassinate a whole lot more people than I'd normally be able to. Wait, so... And why was it... You're right, it was about closer to 12k before. I don't know why it was listing me at like the bottom end of 17k if I'd switched back to the axe from the Isu thing before. Because yeah, that is like a very big difference. Because yeah, this was about 17k before. Or not 17k, but 1700 there. No, that's less than 17k. 170k. That's what I'm trying to say, but my brain is too dumb to say it. Don't know why. When I currently had the Isu spear equipped and was hovering over this, it was showing it as like not that much of a decrease then. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, if that goes from that to 17k and this is around similar, that would be pretty big. Hold on. If you open your inventory screen, the 3 to 4 damage numbers across the bottom include those damage bonuses and their calculations. If you open up your detailed stats, I never even realized that was a thing. Oops, that's a headgear. What? Oh yeah, and I can see like all my modifiers and stuff. Interesting. So I can take off these and replace them with other things. This is what I can do. Open up your detailed stats. You can see your totals for assassin damage, warrior damage, and hunter damage listed at the top. Okay, so yeah, I have the big bonuses here. That's what I'm playing into. Do I see the thingamabob in terms of like total damage? Ability. Okay. But not all damage, because all damage is added in all 3 at the same time. Oh, I gotcha. That's why my assassin and hunter looks higher than I would have thought it would have been. Okay. So what the engraving does is, for whichever damage type is being converted, totals up all the damage of that type anywhere in your build from gear or skill points, cuts it in half, and then adds it to the other 2 types too. It's important to remember that all damage, even though detailed stats will automatically add it to warrior damage, is already all damage, so it's not supposed to be affected by this perk. Let's illustrate with an example. You have one item equipped that has 25% warrior damage, 20% hunter damage, and 10% all damage. Your totals, as shown in detailed stats, are warrior damage is 25% plus 10% is 35%, hunter damage is 20% plus 10% is 30%, and assassin damage is just 10%. Your engraved 50% warrior damage conversion, it will take 25% warrior damage, but not the 10%. Cut it in half for 12.5% and add it to the other types. New totals shown are warrior damage 35%, hunter damage now 42.5%, and assassin damage 22.5% because they had that 12.5 added. So the effect tends to work in a very, very focused build that has all one damage type that increases the amount you get of the other 2 types. Well, that's basically what my build currently is. Because, like, I'm playing all into the warrior damage with the armor set that I'm using here. Like, I don't know if I would have gotten, like, a better set. Reduces all cooldowns by 10% on perfect dodge. That's the, set bonus? Hold on. Just want to see if there's, like, a set that I'd rather put on. Chance to ignore half damage. Reduce all cooldown by 10% on perfect dodge. And currently, my set bonus is more damage with all abilities. Wait, does it say what the set bonus is here? Like, is it that? No, there isn't a set bonus at all. That. Or damage with torches? Why would I do that, though? Yeah, that's when there's, like, a full set. Okay. More duration for Ares Madness ability. Yeah, this still seems like the best way to go. More damage whenever time is slowed down. Vanish ability intoxicates enemies and costs no adrenaline. Plus 50% damage with assassin abilities. If you're playing into that setup, that could be good. but plus 50% damage with warrior abilities. That could be pretty good. I do kind of like the all damage. Damage dealt restored his health. That could be pretty good too. But yeah, the full set of like plus 30% damage to all my abilities. That's pretty good. So I think I'd want to stick with that. And this whole set just gives me extra warrior damage and more all damage. So I just stack up like a whole bunch of damage with this anyway. So I'm thinking the warrior spear is the way to go. But I am a little bit curious about what the mace means. So let's see here. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Isu forged mace. I just want to see if someone like explains this. Let's see here. In between warrior and assassin, which weapon type is better? No. I want to know how the mace works. Isu forged mace. Nothing really seems to be an explanation of how it works. Legendary forged Isu weapons. Here's a Reddit page. No matter which one you get will unlock all 3 versions. I'm pretty sure that's a page I looked at before. It's possible to forge all 3 Isu weapons. You can get all 3 weapons, but only 1 type per weapon. Yeah, figured that. I don't know. And then there's a page saying that it's way too overpowered, and another one saying that they suck. It seems like, depending on your build, it could be really good. And with the build that I've set up, it's probably going to be really good for me. Here, for use as like a potential thumbnail. Yeah, I'm thinking the warrior spear might actually put in some pretty decent work for me after all. I think I was right the first time choosing that. The amount of damage I'll be able to do assassinating people is gonna be like night and day. I'm gonna have to figure out what my overpower attack is like with this. Yeah. All those to all damage. Let's see here. So then I slap this on. And just leave the spear at level 69 forever. Like, I'm sure it just gives it to me at whatever level I am. But if I just never enhance it when I level up, then it'll be at level 69 forever. Forged from adamant, perfectly balanced, thirsting for blood. The edge of this spear is coated with monomolecular technology to chew through weapons and armor alike. Whoops. No, that is the right button. Getting things mixed up. I could change it to look like my special staff. Or like a trident. Is there anything that looks silly? These look kind of cool, but I haven't looted them. Oh, it's not glowy like in the preview? Oh, man. Oh, is this like my full spear? Like the thing that I'm using is basically a dagger? Is what that basically looks like? Forged javelin of the Isu. Yeah, basically looks like it. But yeah, I'll go with this. How about? Yeah. And then this, I'm getting more warrior damage, more adrenaline per crit. Plus 10% to all adrenaline gained. And yeah, I do very much like that, but I can put that on another weapon. The engraving thing. Yeah. So, use my Tron spear here. That's what I can do. It's so out of place compared to like my whole setup here. I could always go with like sword by default, and then like this one I get serious. Treat it like one of those situations in media where characters only use their full power when they're serious instead of always. Hold on. So my armor though right now, I can take off the Tartaros stuff, but yeah. I saw a notification from Discord that's like, it's haunted spooky notification sound now for Halloween, apparently. But I'm always do not disturb to not get notifications anyway, so it's... I wouldn't know. Yeah, all damage with warrior abilities. It's really quite nice there. I could replace something there if I wanted to. I like that one. The little bailout saved me so many times. Total armor, I assume, is probably pretty good because it sounds like it. I think it's probably on my bow for the other Tartaros thing. So let's see here. So in terms of my options here, all arrows pierce shields, or burning rate, intoxicate damage, weakening effect, damage with torches, duration for Ares madness ability. Don't really need any of those. Assassin damage, more fire damage. None of these are actually all that big, are they? I mean, I wouldn't mind that. It'll do something at least. Be the case. Did they know the other day they put an update with buggy notification sound that was fixed by restarting Discord? Oh. Well, I saw some notification on, like, my Discord earlier today that said that, at least. Just get the assassin damage. Is what I could do. That lasts a little longer. Yeah, sure. It's super cheap here, anyway. Here we go. Sure. And then that'll add to, like, my spear even more, and then I'll actually be able to do a whole bunch with assassinations, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, total armor. Just out of curiosity, my options here. The extra health could be nice. I assume that the 30% more armor is going to be doing more on that front, though. Yeah, I do like the bailout. Ooh, I could get this, too. 2% damage dealt restored as health. How big of a difference would that make? The bailout is definitely pretty handy, though. I will say. Ooh, I don't know. I don't necessarily need the, minus 30%, 5% cooldown duration for hero strike ability on successful parry. Like, I can get that one faster, and it does hit pretty hard. But it's not necessarily necessary. Get more adrenaline per crits, or something like that. I may put something on my weapons that increase my crit rate, or something or other. Because I do like having lots of adrenaline. That just keeps, like, more and more options open in general. There's more total armor there, too. Let's try this, and then try getting more crit stuff. Ooh, 100% damage on torches, yeah. Because I'm using those to damage enemies all the time. That's the way to go. Yeah, more damage with warrior abilities is probably the way to go on that. Crit damage. Damage with swords. Okay, so...
Until next time.
Is there something else I'd rather have than this? Because this is... I do quite like the extra warrior damage, adrenaline per crit, and more all adrenaline gained. Like, those are perks that I very much like. These are going to be a bit more niche specific things. Plus 2 charges for Ares build charge ability. What does that mean, plus 2 charges? What's a charge of the Ares build charge? Does it just mean, like, I charge 3 times in a row when I use it? That would be pretty funny. But, like, I'd rather get the 10% all adrenaline gained. Like, it's kind of hard to go wrong with the abilities of that one. Honestly. Because this is just all of things I want. More warrior damage, so, like, all my attacks and strikes I'm doing are doing more damage. I'm getting more adrenaline as I crit, and just more adrenaline overall. So I don't think that there would be another weapon that I'd rather have. How much of Sparta kick could be kind of funny, but it's more so gravity that does damage in that case, so it's like it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Assassin's Creed torch build. Yeah, that's what to do. Tamed beast deal fire damage. Wacky. More warrior damage, more all damage. More damage with Fury of the Bloodline ability. I don't remember which one that is. That one usually doesn't do that much damage anyway. That one's more about filling my adrenaline. Is what that one is. But hey, I'm using it all the time anyway. But I'd rather, like, fill my adrenaline more, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find a weapon with attributes I'd rather have. But at this point, I think that, health restored on successful parry. I didn't know that was an engraving I could have. That could help get me out of tight situations. It's definitely the case, because I won't always have my abilities at the ready to pop to be restoring my health and stuff anyway. The extra damage on elites and bosses is really nice. Ooh. And then I would have, like, the axe that I can chain stuff with, too. And I would be going for overpower stuff from time to time. That is actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Knockdown damage. Convert crit chance to damage, but cannot crit. Health restored on headshots, eh. More damage per enemy engaged. Oh, yikes. Interesting. I might potentially put on that axe. So in terms of bow abilities here, more warrior damage, more fire damage, burning applies to nearby enemies. Like, just that are standing around me, they'll just start burning. Like, how does that work? Is that a thing? Should I test it? Knockback on crit bow charge shot. So I currently have the extra 100 damage, more adrenaline per hit. Yeah, I guess I did it for the adrenaline. That's what I did it for. More damage with devastating shot ability. I use a decent bit of the time. Assassin damage, more warrior damage. Basic arrows become fire arrows. I do kind of like getting extra warrior damage with that. And then by using my spear, I'll also be getting 50% of that extra warrior damage. So I'll be getting 9.5% extra damage towards my hunter damage and assassin damage anyway. More fire damage and burning applies to nearby enemies. How does that work? Is that literally just nearby enemies? Or what? Sequence 3 required. Is there a place that I can test it really quickly? I'm gonna test it here. And then I'm gonna decide on my engravings from there. Like, I want to decide if this is my bow, first and foremost.